this episode, we explore another iconic Nevada state park, Valley of Fire. We hike to the stunning Fire Wave and hike the White Domes Trail. The strikingly red Aztec sandstone among the gray and tan limestone astounds throughout the park, but even more so at Fire Canyon and Silica Dome. In our last video, we were at Cathedral Gorge State Park with amazing cathedral-like spires, mazes of slot canyons to explore, and hikes down into and along the gorge. That Nevada State Park was so good, we decided to hit up another one not far away. It's gonna be a good day. We are here at Valley of Fire State Park, about an hour east of Vegas, and we have a full day of exploring ahead. Just left Cathedral Gorge, we'll link that video in case you missed it, and thought, why don't we check out Valley of Fire State Park? What if we could get a camping spot? But Kevin said they were notoriously hard to get. I mean, what was the story that you heard?
I heard that oftentimes in the campgrounds, people will be circling at 7 in the morning looking for a spot or looking for people who are packing up to leave. So when we drove in yesterday, we talked to the ranger at the entrance gate, and she said it was basically like, well,
good luck.
Good luck.
It's first come, first serve in all Nevada state parks. So we thought we might get lucky. There are actually 2 campgrounds here, which we will show you a little bit later. And the first one has hookups, electric and water, and there were no spots available. So we came to the second one, which is a little more primitive, no hookups, and lots of open spots. So if you can be in a spot without electricity, like we can now that we have our solar, which we'll link to that as well, our install if you're interested, you know, the sky's the limit. So here we are, and we're gonna explore for the day. We're just thankful that we're here.
And that we got a spot.
Yes, exactly. So we're getting out early to try to beat the crowds because it's a very popular, very busy place. Let's get moving.
Let's do it.
So we're about to head up the staircase here on Atlatl Rock and check out some petroglyphs. And apparently there is at least one petroglyph of an atlatl, which is a throwing stick. So that's gonna be pretty neat. We're waiting our turn, and then we're all gonna head up. So the atlatl, we discovered, is also the sign they use on the map here for petroglyphs in general around the park. So if you look up here, it's at the very top of all these petroglyphs. And there are actually more here than I expected, which is really neat.
Well, that's it for this stop on our way down. While it's still early, we're gonna go check out the Petrified tree loop.
Well, early morning is when you see stuff like this. They don't seem bothered by us being up here at all. This log is a lot bigger. I'm glad after that first one that there were more because we kind of thought, oh, that's nice, but is that it? This one is more impressive and it has more browns and reds and kind of orangey colors in it. So to me, this one looks more like an old petrified tree. All right, so there we have it. They are ancient pine trees. I was wondering what kind of trees. Bighorn sheep have moved up here now.
We have made it to the Fire Wave Trailhead, and I've got to say this is probably the one spot in the whole park I'm most excited about.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 mile round trip hike. If you are familiar with the Wave in Utah, this apparently looks a lot like it, and there's no permit system the way there is for the Wave, so we're just gonna go check it out. So I really think this formation behind us here, to me it looks like melted ice cream. The colors blend into one another a little more than some of the other striations and lines in the rocks. Getting hungry yet?
Petrified ice cream, anybody?
So we're walking across the bedrock here. Is that what you would call it? And there are different posts either in the dirt, in the sand, or in piles of rocks that show us where to go. So I see another one here, and then I see what starts to look a bit like the Wave. I think maybe we're getting close.
I think so. We made it to the Fire Wave. It is just as spectacular as it looked like in all the pictures. It is amazing.
Yeah, just the different colors, the stripes, the wave, I mean, hence the name, the striations. It's beautiful, just the way that this kind of undulates over the landscape, and you can stand right in the middle of the bowl here. Taking a little rest break before we go the rest of the way back to the truck, and then it's on to another hike. So we are right here, and the White Domes Trail is a loop, and you actually come out down at the other end of the parking lot. This already is pretty striking. You go between these two white domes. Beautiful. It's really striking, this color compared to the red. It's almost like something came through here and sheared these walls off flat. The kids are content just to play here in the sand. It's like being at the beach without the water. They would be here all day, but we're gonna see how far we can get. I would love to go all the way, but
you pick your battles sometimes. We just completed a 1.5 mile round trip with the kids down to the Fire Wave. But so we'll go and we'll see how far they make it.
There's a slot canyon a little further up, and it would be fun to go through that slot canyon. But I have a feeling you go through that slot canyon, you want to keep going, especially right now. I think this loop is kind of like a one-way.
Yeah.
At least at the moment, that's the way to do it. So if we make it to the slot canyon and we go through, then we're doing the whole thing, then we're committed. So we'll see if we do the whole trail. It's only like 1.25 miles. So yeah, let's go explore a little bit more.
All right.
There's stairs that they've built with rocks here. Makes it a little easier coming down because it gets quite steep here.
Nathan, show me where we came from. Way up there.
This tells about the Hollywood history here. Right where we stand, there used to be these structures, of which that seems to be all that's left. We have made it to the Slot Canyon. So this is the point of no return. We are continuing around. The Slot Canyon is behind us. That means we are continuing on around the entire loop. Yes!
Everybody seems to have enough energy, so that's good.
Yeah, and we'll see how narrow it gets. I don't know that it's gonna be that much more narrow than this. I think a little bit more. I don't think it will quite compare to the slot canyons that we saw at Cathedral Gorge State Park. Those were really neat, but I'm hoping we can do more of these sorts of slot canyons and more adventurous hikes with the kids, more challenging as they get older.
They're doing a great job.
They are, they are. All right, let's go. It does get more narrow.
I can't decide if I'm too hot or too cold, but it is definitively colder as you enter this little slot. This is really neat.
Yeah.
Really neat. Absolutely worthwhile. So we came around the bottom of the loop through the Slot Canyon, and now it looks like we just continue climbing our way back up. I wonder how far up we have to go because we came down quite a ways.
Either way, there are beautiful views all around here. I mean,
everywhere.
Everywhere. So, any hike here, any hike here is beautiful. In fact, last night we were exploring the campground, and we said if all we did was walk around the campground here with the kids, let them scramble a little bit on the rocks, check out the views, we would have been happy.
This is an amazing place. I can see why it's so popular.
Yeah. All right, let's finish this hike and on to the next.
We've gone hiking in Red Rock Country before, but I think what I find so striking about this place is right on just this one single trail, you've got so many different colors of rocks. You've got the reds over here, you've got yellows and pinks, even some greenish looking things. You've got white rock. It's just kind of a kaleidoscope of rock colors. It's just, there aren't words, it's just amazing.
Arch up there.
This is the last part of the trail right before we go back to the truck. And then we are going to continue back down the road the way we came to the next stop.
back at our campsite. We're gonna take you on a quick tour of both of the campgrounds, the Atlatl campground and the Arch Rock campground, which is the one that we ended up in. This one does not have hookups, but we think our site is actually like
This is a bit better.
One of the better ones. Yeah, this campground, if you can swing it without hookups, might be even prettier than the other one, but they're both great. So just come here, just get a spot. All right, here we go. Valley of Fire has 2 campgrounds. Between both campgrounds, there are 72 sites available. Named for the nearby Petroglyph site, Atlatl Campground is the larger of the 2 campgrounds. This one was also the busier of the 2 because there is a dedicated RV section with water and electric hookups. This park, of course, was full when we arrived. If hookups are a priority, you'll probably want to head here right around checkout time to try and snag a site. Arch Rock is just a little further down the road. Arch Rock has no RV hookups at all, though there are several water spigots available to fill up from. But the real treat is that here all the sites are spectacular. They all seem to be tucked right into the rocks, and there are little trails all over the campground that you can use to explore all of the interesting nooks and crannies.
This is it for us. We're going to sign out here. We should mention that one day here does feel a little bit rushed. I think in a perfect world, you'd have an entire day just to hang out here in the campground and explore what's here. The campsites themselves are great.
2 or 3 days, I think, would have been ideal, but we fit a ton of stuff in one day. So we hope you enjoyed. We hope you check back next time and subscribe if you like our video. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us. In the next episode, it's time to say goodbye Nevada and hello Arizona as we visit Petrified Forest National Park. The petrified trees are impressive, but the blue mesa is maybe even more so. Come along with us and see. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified the next time we release a travel video. See you soon.
No snow angels.
Oh no.
Oh.
We're just gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
And all right, we're taking a quick break to get sand out of the shoes. Apparently there's a lot of it.
I think we're taking all the trail with us. Yeah.
It looks crazier on
It looks better on camera. Not a bad campground.
Even the campground is amazing. Let's do that one more time because we're not very good at this, right?